and welcome. So we're here from S.E.E.D.S. Nous, on est de S.E.E.D.S. We are a small surrogacy agency in Pennsylvania, in the United States. On est une agence petite de mères porteuses et de donneuses d'ovules aux États-Unis, en Pennsylvanie. So we are in between Philadelphia and New York. On est à peu près au milieu de Philadelphie et de New York. So you can reach us from either Philadelphia or New York by airport. We're about 2.5 hours by car. On est à peu près 2h30 par auto de Philadelphie et de New York. We're a small agency. We are, I'm Denise and this is Patricia and we work together. I have been a surrogate. Moi j'ai été mère porteuse aussi. I was a surrogate 2 times. Once with a normal one-child pregnancy and once with twins. J'ai été mère porteuse pour des jumeaux et pour une enfant aussi. And I have also been an egg donor et j'ai aussi donné des ovules. So I'm very familiar with the process and I work very closely with the surrogates during the time that they're pregnant and during the time that we are preparing them for the matching process to meet a couple. Je travaille beaucoup avec les mères porteuses parce que je les fais, alors je travaille avec elles pour les préparer pour connaître un couple, pour connaître les personnes et les préparer pour la gestation d'être une mère porteuse. We do about 10 to 15 surrogacies a year, so we are a smaller agency, but we are very personally involved in every surrogacy. On fait à peu près 10 à 15 mères porteuses par année, mais on travaille avec chaque famille en famille. Alors, on travaille on essaie de travailler avec chaque personne pendant tous les 9 mois, pendant tout ce que se fait pour la mère porteuse. We work with you through the 9 months. We are there with you after the birth of the child. Sometimes we are there with you at the birth of the child. It depends. We have been there. And we also assist with all of the paperwork and the passport and everything that must come after the birth of the child. So we're involved with you right from the beginning, right up until the end. On travaille avec vous dès qu'on commence jusqu'à la fin avec le passeport, les papiers et tout ce qui se passe à la naissance de l'enfant. One of the things that's important about how our agency functions is that you do not pay any of your fees up front at the beginning. Most of the time, your fees begin to be paid at the time that you're meeting the surrogate. Les frais commencent quand vous connaissez la mère porteuse. So we are in touch with you either via Skype, via email, getting you prepared for the process. But until you travel to the United States to meet your surrogate, there are no fees that you need to pay to our agency. Il n'y a pas de frais qu'il faut payer à notre agence jusqu'à vous arriver aux États-Unis pour connaître la mère porteuse. Avant ça, on travaille avec vous, on vous prépare, mais il n'y a rien que vous payez à notre agence. So that one of the main things that we try to do is to help inform you. This is something that I do especially and that we do because it's something that has become very important to us to help people be prepared for their surrogacy. So if you are going to work with us or if you decide after we start to help you that you are not going to work with us, at least we have helped you and we have informed you about the process and about what needs to happen for your surrogacy. C'est très important pour nous que vous sachiez ce que va se passer. Alors, si vous ne travaillez pas avec nous après de nous connaître ou de nous parler et on vous aide avec l'information, pour nous c'est important de vous aider. Ça ne fait rien pour nous si vous décidez de travailler avec une autre compagnie, c'est votre décision. Mais on veut vous aider à savoir ce que vous devez faire, ce qui se passe avec ce qu'on fait pour la mère porteuse. We work very closely with all of the women who are our surrogates. We meet all of them in person. On connaît toute notre mère porteuse avant que vous pouvez les connaître. So all of the women come to our office. Many times we've gone to their homes. So that our agency is in Pennsylvania. Our surrogate mothers are all in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a surrogacy-friendly state. Tous nos mères sont à Pennsylvanie. Pennsylvanie est très positive pour les mères porteuses. And we work very closely with each surrogate before they ever meet you also. Et on travaille avec chaque mère porteuse avant qu'ils vous connaissent. We are not a clinic, on n'est pas une clinique de médecins, but we do work with many different clinics. On travaille avec beaucoup de cliniques And we also have clinics that we work in conjunction with that have been very positive, working with international couples. On travaille avec quelques cliniques qu'on trouve qui travaillent mieux avec les couples qui viennent d'autres pays. The reason they work better with international couples, we find that they're small. The doctor speaks to you personally via Skype before you ever travel. Ce sont des cliniques petites. Le médecin vous parle personnellement par Skype avant que vous voyagez aux États-Unis. So it's important for us to have you make sure that you have that same service that we can provide from a clinic. But since we are an agency, you are able to choose any clinic that you would like. Comme on est une agence, vous pouvez prendre la clinique que vous voulez, mais il y en a quelques cliniques qu'on préfère parce qu'on voit comment ils travaillent avec les autres parents qui viennent d'autres pays, avec les voyages, avec les heures et tout ça qui les aide. And we are in Pennsylvania, which is a very rural area. On est en Pennsylvanie, c'est beaucoup de campagne. So many of our surrogates live in the country. Beaucoup de mères porteuses vivent à la campagne. They live a very nice, clean lifestyle. Many of our surrogates come to us because they meet other people who are surrogates and they're interested in being surrogates. Beaucoup de mères porteuses habitent à la campagne. Elles vivent très basiquement, très bien, pas dans la ville ou quelque chose comme ça. Et elles connaissent d'autres mères porteuses et c'est comme ça qu'elles arrivent à nous. Do you have any questions that I can answer for you? Est-ce que vous avez des questions?
Do you have good clinics very close to you? Or
Yes, well, we're next to New York and New Jersey. So we have access to some of the best clinics in the United States in New York and New Jersey. So we work with many different clinics. You can choose any clinic. And there are some clinics that we recommend only because we have had good success and because they have been very cooperative in working with international couples. But it is your choice to pick the clinic.
And the surrogates, most of them are at driving distance, then there is no expenses with planes and traveling. Then most of the time, I would say like 90% of the time, the surrogate drives to the fertility clinic for all the appointments. And the egg donors also.
Do you have any other questions?
Questions? Tired?
Warm.
Warm.
So one of the other things, because we are in Pennsylvania as well, and it is a rural area and it is not a big city area, then our fees are a little bit lower. Our attorneys, notre frais sont un peu plus bas parce qu'on est en Pennsylvanie, on n'est pas à New York, on n'est pas dans une grande ville, en Californie. Our attorneys have a flat fee. Les avocats, on a fait un prix, so you can speak to the attorney usually via email as often as you need to. And it is never going to be a bill. You'll never get a bill. It's always one flat amount. Vous pouvez parler avec l'avocat tout ce qu'il faut. Votre avocat dans votre pays peut parler avec l'avocat et l'avocat ne charge pas plus. On a déjà on met un prix avec, ils ont fait un prix avec nous pour travailler tout votre cas avec un prix. So there is a set fee with the attorney that we have prearranged so that it's already in our information and it doesn't change. The attorney will work with your attorney from your country. So for the Netherlands, the attorneys that have worked with Wilma to make sure that all of the paperwork that is done correctly for the requirements of your own country as well.
What it makes us different, I would say, is that for us it's very important to work with all of you that are in another country to make it work as a family. We become a team. Elle peut parler en français. Moi, je ne parle pas très bien français. Elle peut le traduire. L'important, c'est que nous hold hands with the surrogate and we hold hands with you because we are responsible to represent you in the United States with the surrogate. Then we do the job that you want us, we talk with the surrogate, we make her feel good, we put in contact with you, but we're still always there for the surrogate. We are all attentive to the surrogate. Sometimes Denise goes to the appointments for the surrogate, ultrasounds, and all those things that you cannot go to because you live in another country. You can keep going.
And also, one of our experience has been having someone have the baby before the parents could arrive. And in that case, I was at the hospital, and we made all of the arrangements with the attorney so that the baby could stay in with the hospital, so the baby could stay in the hospital for an extra 2 days while the parents were traveling, so that everything was fine because the baby came too fast. And the parents had to get new tickets to get on the plane. The baby was about 6 days earlier than the parents were planning to travel. So again, in those situations, we are there. We are physically there because all of our babies are born in Pennsylvania and all of our surrogates are in Pennsylvania. So we don't cover all of the United States. We are only in Pennsylvania, and that's where we work with everyone that's involved.
Questions? No?
We also assist you when you travel. So when the baby is born and you travel to be with the baby, we are available for you. We can help you with the baby. We can help you with arrangements for where you're going to stay. Sometimes we go places with you. Sometimes we babysit so you can sleep.
Yeah.
We have done that a couple of times. We help you with things that you may need for the baby. So sometimes we also have an extra crib in the office that we have given to the parents to use while they're there so that it's more comfortable for them. Sometimes if you ask the surrogate may also pump milk while the baby is there with you so that at the beginning the baby can have breast milk. We have had many surrogates pumping milk recently. For couples in the United States and for international couples, at least for those 4 weeks that you're there while you're waiting for the baby's passport to be ready. And the surrogate can also come to visit you after the baby is born if you would like to maintain some contact. They very much like to come and see you a couple of weeks afterwards when they're feeling better after the baby's been born, to be able to spend some time with you because they've been on the phone with you and they've been emailing you, but then they can finally come and spend some time with you. Alors, les mères porteuses, elles aiment bien pour vous voir après que le bébé est né parce qu'elles vous connaissent juste par téléphone ou par mail et comme ça, elles peuvent aller s'asseoir avec vous, vous parler, vous connaître. Elles aiment bien faire ça aussi quand vous êtes là.
We also provide you with a list to prepare you if you're going to be first-time parents. We give you a list and what you need to have ready because there's some requirements in the United States, like you need to have the car seat and everything. Or Denise can go even shopping with you to Babies R Us, or some of us takes you there and help you to select the right things for the babies, not just whatever because if you have not made a research, maybe you not familiar with what is the really good car seat and things that you will need. Then we do help you with that, and we also send you a list of many of the things that you should have. If by any chance any of you have children, I don't know if any one of you have children, and you're coming with your child. My daughter has a daycare, and we have had parents from overseas that they bring their child, and the child stays at the daycare while they take care of the newborn baby. And then that works very good.
Any other questions? So we have our table upstairs, and we have our information.
If you don't have it,
if
yes.
you don't have it already, please feel free to come up again.